Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss the case of Joginder Singh Johal versus income tax officer. This case has been reported in 102 ITR Tribunal, short notes 9. The matter has been decided by Kolkata ITAT and the date of the judgment is 24th January 2023. This case relates to the assessment year 17-18 and to the period of demonetization. When demonetization happened, then there was a panic in all the society because many people have cash in hand, many businesses have a lot of amount in their cash in hand. So all rushed in depositing the cash to the bank. And in many cases, there was the situation when the assessee was not able to explain the cash. And in some cases, there were very genuine cases in which the assessee gave the explanation which was according to the books of accounts, which were as per the notifications which were issued by the department. But we have seen that the department was very reluctant to admit those contentions. Although there are not very number of cases which have come through ITAT or High Court, because we have seen that during the last period, the CIT appeal is very lazy, you can say, in giving the judgments. But this is also a case on demonetization in which the assessee deposited rupees 29.13 lakh into his bank account. Interestingly, the assessee also did not submit its return, and when the notice under section 142 subsection 1 was issued, he was not able to respond to that notice also. So best judgment assessment was done under section 144 by treating the whole amount of 29.13 lakh which was deposited by the assessee under section 69A, which says that any amount which is unexplained in the books of the assessee will be treated as income of the assessee. When the matter was before the tribunal, it was the point of the assessee that I have entered into a sale agreement of my property. In respect to that agreement, I received various checks and cash on different dates, out of which I have deposited this cash into the bank account. It was there that whatever the assessee was saying, it was being supported by the agreement to sell. So in this case, it was the viewpoint of the ITAT that whatever the explanation the assessee is giving is as per the agreement to sell, which has been given by the assessee as an evidence, and the department was not able to demonstrate that those explanation is not correct, and at the same time the department is not able to also demonstrate that this cash has been deposited from any other source. So when there is lack of counterpart on the part of the department to refute the documentary evidence which has been given by the assessee, then in that cases it cannot be said that the addition made by the department is correct. So the ITAT deleted the addition made by the learned assessing officer of rupees 29.13 lakh by ignoring the agreement to sell which has been submitted by the assessee and the contention of the assessee that this cash deposited has been received from the purchaser and has been deposited into the bank account, and which was duly supported by the agreement to sell which has been submitted by the assessee. But at the end of this video, I want to say that the assessee should try to avoid these type of transactions, because sometimes it may happen that the assessee may attract different type of penalties which are there for receiving the cash. For example, there is a penalty which says that whatever amount you will receive in cash in respect of property sale transaction, then the whole amount will be taken as penalty from you. So, although the assessee has won this case, but the cash transactions are not good to carry and we should avoid cash transactions. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Joginder Singh Johal versus Income Tax Officer.